Hi, everyone. Hi. Welcome to today's team meeting. I'm Tara Lynn, and we meet Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I upload a video that has a topic, an agenda, and action items, and a story based on my own life experience. And I'm hoping that it's adding value to your life. And thank you for all the feedback that y'all been giving me. And thank you for tolerating my lame jokes. They're not lame. Let's be clear. I'm the funny one in my family. Just ask them. So we start with an agenda because, literally, this is called the team meeting, and most people hate team meetings. But we're not like that. We don't waste your time. We're a community of people who want to learn, laugh, and grow. Laughter is a big part of that. So that's why I will always try to tell a story or talk about something that could be perceived as funny. So we learn, we laugh, we grow each time. That's what our agenda will be. So thank you so much. We're turning this into a podcast. I'm turning this into a podcast as well. A podcast is basically where you use an app and you listen instead of viewing the same type of conversation. And it's up on Apple. Yay. If you have an Apple phone, please subscribe. It would be my honor to have you subscribe and listen and support. It's free. Now I got approval for Google. So for you Android users, I will send a link and you can do the same. I would so appreciate it if you could go to the app and download the Team Meeting Podcast and subscribe. Okay, so the funny. I was just thinking about stories from my life. And one of them is in high school, I had the biggest crush on a guy who did not deserve my devotion. And as we look back now, but how do you know then? How do you know? He had muscles though. And that was a big driver for me because I love muscles. Still do. So he was muscly. He ran track. He was on the football team. He was just crush material. But there was one day at school that he must have been mean or rude or ignored me or something. So I felt like my life was over. Devastated. You know how high school girls get. Are you kidding me? So he hurt my feelings. And so I got home from school and my brother was there who was 2 years younger than me. So he's probably 9th or 10th grade because I was up in the years for high school. And as soon as I got home, I don't know if I didn't have access to my car because I had a car in high school or I didn't have a car yet. But anyway, I decided to go for a long walk to clear my head. And so I started walking, power walking, crying, just upset, just thinking that the world had ended, just going straight to the Dairy Queen so I could get a banana split and make myself feel better and fall in love with bananas and gooiness and whipped cream and all the things. Got there, had the ice cream, didn't have the endurance to get back home. So this is back in the day was we did not have cell phones. Yeah, back then. So I must have found a payphone because I called my brother and I said I need him to come pick me up. He didn't have a car, but he had a Vespa scooter thing. You know those things that they use in Italy where you put both feet on the stand and the pedals are where you're using the gas and the brake. He had one of those. And he was very young, but he had one of those. So he came very slowly, came to pick me up at Dairy Queen where I was getting my sundae on. And he took me home. So I thought about that the other day. And I'm like, I was very nonsensical about this whole thing. I know I was crying and maybe a little hysterical, but after I ate the ice cream, maybe I was better. My brother didn't judge me. He didn't say you're stupid for loving him or liking him or even wasting your tears on him. He didn't say you're dumb for bringing me out of the house to do this. He just picked me up and took me home, which is exactly what I needed. But I want to thank him. And I want to thank all the siblings who do crazy things for their siblings when they're in times of crisis. Look back and say that was dumb. Yeah, it was dumb, but I needed you to be there with me in my dumbness. Thank you, bro. Let's talk about getting out of your comfort zone. That's the topic for the day. 2020 has shown us that we can do it because the fact that just you press play on this video shows me that you're surviving 2020 with the level of devastation, death totals, discomfort, close business, layoff, family plans canceled. It's all super uncomfortable. So whether we like it or not, this is forced. And actually, in some ways, let's try to turn this on the positive. I'm always going to do that. I believe you can hold two emotions. You can be sad and fearful, but you can find joy and gratitude. I'm never going to stop believing that. I'm not running around here saying things are awesome, ignore the bad things. That's dumb. Be realistic and know that there are bad things out there. There are dangerous things that you need to be protecting yourself from, but you can still find joy in your day. You can still find something good in this bad year. And that is the fact that you've been out of your comfort zone has built your endurance. Tell me it hasn't. You've built a level of tolerance for discomfort and uncertainty that you never would have gotten. Since March. And now today we have reports of a vaccine. Who knows until when we will get a little bit better, but we're not going to be the same, guys. We're not going to be the same. So let's talk about you getting out of your comfort zone and deciding that you're not going to resist it. You're going to lean into it in ways that suit you and bless you. I would like nothing better than to pave the life and the way for my daughter, the road to her adulthood. I would love to pave it with gold. Let her never have a problem. She was born with a birth injury, which causes her to go to therapy, which causes her to do exercises. What I would like nothing more to do is to protect her from anyone teasing her or saying anything contrary. That doesn't serve her because it doesn't allow her to grow. She's going to grow from the experiences where someone gets fresh with her, comes in hot, and says something negative to her, intentionally or unintentionally. Maybe she'll punch them. Maybe she and I will go to McDonald's after she gets suspended from school. I don't know. I don't want to put that out there. But if it's out there, we'll go to the best restaurants. Because I'm not going to allow her to let her self-esteem be at risk. But she's not going to be the bully, but she also is not going to be bullied. Let's be clear here. So I'll find balance, but that doesn't serve her for me to protect her from everything. How does that serve her? 2, doesn't serve me because I'm running around trying to protect her from everything, but I'm also not allowing her to grow and be who she's supposed to be. So my comfort zone would be to protect her and prevent every bad thing from happening. My non-comfort zone, my ability to say, I'm going to stay in this comfort zone. I'm going to protect her. Or I could say, I'm uncomfortable with the fact that when you are not around me, or when you are, you could feel bad because someone's bringing you the kind of energy, criticism, questions, or life is giving you a challenge that you feel uncomfortable facing. And I would like to erase that. I'm not serving myself by not allowing her to grow into the amazing woman she's supposed to be because of this. 3, it doesn't serve the world. What's the world supposed to get from my daughter because she's awesome? And I'm gifted with the opportunity to be there with her side by side, to do whatever I can, to share my experiences, to teach her that failure is not final, to teach her that comfort zones aren't great, to teach her that leaning in to things you've never experienced or things that don't make you feel good, but you push through, you endure it. I'm not talking about abuse, y'all. You know I'm not talking about abuse. But you endure it and you grow. On this podcast, that's what we do. We learn, we laugh, we grow. So for me to sit here and say I need to protect her from everything, big and small, that's me being in my comfort zone saying, I get to control. Guess what? There ain't no way I'm ever going to be able to control all this stuff. I can't even control the fact that I would like this hat to stay up like that, but he keeps going back. He's very uncontrolling, this hat. It's a he. I can't control that. What are you trying to control? Are you trying to say, I gotta have a Christmas, I gotta have a Hanukkah like every other Hanukkah, every other Christmas? I'm upset. I'm not gonna be happy unless I can go shopping. I'm not gonna be happy unless I have a whole bunch of people over. I'm not gonna be happy unless everything that I plan goes exactly the way I planned it. There's no growth there. You might end up getting something better. All these years I said, I don't wanna be a single mom. See that neck? Did you see that? That was unintentional. Magic. I didn't want to be a single mom because I didn't want the work, right? First of all, the work. I know a lot of single, awesome mothers They work hard, working outside the home, taking care of their household, making sure their kids are healthy emotionally, physically, mentally. I didn't want that. I wanted a partnership. I wanted to start my family with a marriage. Did it happen that way? Absolutely not. And it completely busted up my comfort zone. But once I decided I'm going to lean into what options I have to create a family, because family can be redefined. It doesn't have to be what I thought it needed to be. That's absolutely not my life. And I absolutely have zero regrets for leaning into my discomfort zone. It brought me to my beautiful girl in this beautiful life. There has no perfection, not even my eyelashes, which I messed up the other day. Here I am thinking just a little bit of a cut so that I can try to get an arch, because I haven't had one since March. And I cut too much, and I'm bald headed in one of my eyebrows. And now you're going to try to look. It's real. So I can't even control my eyelashes. So let alone me trying to control what being a single mom was. I mean, I would have prevented it. I would have stayed in my comfort zone if I could. Looking back, it served me in ways that would just changing my life and changing my history and my family. It's changing the DNA, the makeup, the legacy of my family because I adopted. It's big, and I probably don't even realize how big, but it's because I leaned in. Where are you going to lean in? Let's get to the action. What are you resisting? What are you trying to control? Like I said, you trying to you got to have the same kind of holiday you always had? Do you have an idea that you get a little bit more quiet time and you should get a notebook or do some voice notes or write notes in your phone about this idea you have to create something, to do something, to build something, to paint something, to write something, to sew something, to start a football league, to become a coach, football coach, tennis coach, baseball coach, to start a club team for your sports? Come on, y'all. Let's get fired up. You're not defeated. You're not defeated. It feels uncomfortable, but you're not defeated. The fact that you press play says to me that you want growth, even if it's uncomfortable. Thank you for pressing play, by the way. So let's close out with actions. Where can you lean in? Where can you say, this area of my life, I think I can do more things that are uncomfortable because there's some growth there. Maybe you're just going to clear out your drawer and you're going to get rid of all your old t-shirts. Maybe you're going to throw away old underwear. Now we're getting graphic. Maybe you're going to throw away old underwear. Maybe you're going to get rid of socks that you will no longer wear. Maybe the idea of decluttering is uncomfortable because you don't feel like dealing with it. But maybe that's your version. Maybe drink a little water. Maybe sweating a little bit more. Not for skinniness, but for mental clarity. Where are you going to lean into your discomfort? I used to say this a lot. I've got to close. I used to say this a lot in my cycle classes, that comfort zone is not where you grow. So I said, don't be intimidated by resistance. I'm going to say that to you. I'm going to always say it because I believe it. Lean into the resistance. It's what I've had to do to raise my daughter. She's only 2. We got a long road. It's what I had to do to become a single mom. It's what I had to do to teach my daughter how to be comfortable in her skin. I can't be in her skin. I can't live this life for her. That's my assignment. It's a lifelong discomfort zone, but it brings the best pleasure. Lean into your discomfort zone, guys. We're going to talk about this again over the next couple weeks. Join me on Wednesday and on Friday this week. We're going to keep talking. And please, when I post this, I'm going to be sending out posts on how to subscribe. If you have an Android, go get that Google Podcast app. I love y'all so much. Thank you for your support and your love. Let's hit it again on Wednesday. Me and my hat and my bald eyebrows. Love you. And we will see you soon. Bye.